Hey dumplings, it's Dave Decide. Today I want to get into V and his relationship with Lady Gaga, what happened, the talks of a tattoo, all that sort of thing. It's a lot. I also want to get into V addressing the armies that want to leave the BTS fandom and what his response is to that. So, hater or not, make sure you're subscribed with the notification bell on. Rabbit dumpling, tea spilling mug merch, and let's get into it. We are all always very grateful when our kings literally bless us with their appearance and talk to us on social media. They are literally online quite a bit and they don't give us small answers. Jungkook was recently on Instagram for hours going through his Q&A section and just talking to ARMY. You honestly probably have a good chance to get your question in if you're one of the first few people to send in your question. You can be noticed by him. I think this is something a lot of people should do more, although I can definitely understand why a lot of celebrities opt out of talking to their audience too much. When you talk to people on social media, it's very blurry who is actually a supporter and who is just pretending. I think it hurts the celebrity the most when it's people who they see often or people who are supporting them suddenly turn and decide not to support them anymore, or people who support them that suddenly hear a rumor that is very wrong about the celebrity and the fandom just believes it. I can only imagine when someone replied to Jungkook and told him to eat dog poop, he wasn't exactly happy about that, and who knows if he was hurt by that. And this is why a lot of celebrities just opt out of reading anything because they don't want to be hurt at all. So Jungkook is not only a king but very brave. That was just some backstory on how active the members are. Jungkook and V are most active on Instagram, and then V is the most active on Weverse and enjoys using Weverse the most. So if you aren't aware how Weverse works, anyone can post anything on the feed, and I think you can post directly to the idol and they can go through the feed and see the things that are meant for the fandom and meant for the idol. Not everything on the feed is specifically directed towards the idol. It can be stuff you're just trying to communicate to the fandom, like a new picture you drew of BTS or a story about how BTS has changed their life. These things don't necessarily need to be acknowledged by the idol, but can be something you just like to share. Although it's always nice when the idol acknowledges the drawings and story. V was online answering a lot of questions that armies had put out, and you know that he is online with ARMY when suddenly you get 1 to 10 notifications in like a minute, because when any of the BTS members comment on a post, everyone following them gets a notification. One person called V daddy and he didn't quite seem to understand the meme, and he responded that he couldn't really imagine how being a father would be, but hopes it's great and his kid is cool, something along those lines. And this was hilarious to ARMY because he didn't recognize that the specific ARMY was just calling him hot. Perhaps they don't have that type of meme on Korean social media, and or it doesn't really make much sense in Korean social media. Perhaps they don't have the daddy kink in Korea, who knows. There was another ARMY who had written, and I don't know what prompted this question, but had asked what if the ARMY was a fan of another group and could no longer call themselves an ARMY. And this is quite a weird concept if you're American, right? Like, we can follow Selena Gomez and be a fan of Beyonce too. And if they're both in town, we can try to see both of them. But in K-pop, it's taboo to like two groups. I think this was something that was just made up by the fandom, similar to how idols get backlash when they date. This is just a silent rule that the fandom has for the idol. So if people find out that you support ARMY but then are also a fan of another group, it is seen as you're a fake fan, a multi-stan. And this is usually used to attack the specific fan to say that they're not a real ARMY. When V reads the response, he responded asking, why does the fan need to throw away the BTS merch or not call themselves an ARMY anymore? Can't they love both groups? And as you can see, the idea of being a multi-stan is not something the label forces the fans not to be. It's more of a contest within the fandom to say, I only support one group, thus I'm the bigger fan. So I do want to say, if you do want to be a fan that just supports one group, good for you, go for it. But if you want to support many, then do it. Don't be scared to do that. Clearly you have V and BTS's support to like as many groups as you want. A lot of these people, when they start to notice a lot of their time is being spent liking another group, they almost feel guilty, like they're cheating, or they have to do something like an official breakup, like when they get rid of the old group they used to like by getting rid of the merch. But this is V's official response to the armies that leave or that are thinking of liking another group. According to V, you can leave the fandom and not support like you used to, but there is no reason to get rid of the merch and stuff unless BTS has hurt you in some way. And I can't imagine what that would be. So this is V officially giving his statement to the army that want to leave. I think it's very beautiful, and I will never leave your side. Surprisingly, within the same time that V did the Q&A sesh on Weverse, he also answered some questions including tattoos. He mentioned how he wanted to do a friendship tattoo where all the members get the same tattoo, or actually a friendship tattoo doesn't even have to be all the same, but just all get it together at the same time or with the same meaning. Someone else actually responded and said to not get a tattoo, and the army was quite passionate about V not getting one. As you can see, getting a tattoo in Korea is still kind of taboo thing to do, and a lot of people in Korea would prefer you not get one. But V has nothing against tattoos and responded saying that he does plan on getting one day and asks ARMYs to look forward to it or expect it. This was kind of his response to people who are against BTS getting tattoos, basically saying that he likes them. There is this rumor going around that all the members who don't have tattoos are against tattoos and maybe even don't like the members who have tattoos. However, as you can see, it's definitely not true. But someone asked if that was a basic thing to do, and V responded saying it was actually Suga's idea, and that was hilarious. I think they should get it. He actually also, funny enough, right before that responded that he would get it in a place that was not visible, like his right butt cheek. That poor left one with no tattoo. Getting a tattoo on the butt is weird because even you won't ever see it. You probably would even eventually forget that you had one there. But it seemed like lately V has talked more and more about tattoos, so I think he is closer to getting one. During the Grammys, and I promise this relates, V was spotted really enjoying and vibing out to Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga has transitioned from a pop queen to now a jazz queen, and jazz is V's favorite type of music. V loves Gaga so much, and he decided to go up to her and meet her, and there are literally so many photos and pictures of him at the Grammys together with Gaga. He posted several pictures of him and her together, and there were also tons of photographers who caught the event too. Now, if you don't know, Gaga has a trumpet tattoo. This is seen very obviously in a lot of red carpet photos, and so many people thought when he posted that he would like to draw a trumpet on his arm, he was trying to get a friendship tattoo with Lady Gaga. The fact that he has been thinking about getting a friendship tattoo, as we just mentioned, and then now also wanting something to match with Gaga, people even believe that maybe they both will have one soon, and maybe even have this new friendship between them. It can result in them hanging out and getting tattoos together. Who knows? It's all very exciting. Do you think they will get a matching tattoo together, or that V will actually get the trumpet on his butt cheek? And would you be upset if he did? Let me know. But of course, even some people think that maybe he has a trumpet like Gaga's tattoo on his right private area like his butt cheek. The Grammys really sparked up this friendship together, and getting tattoos together is not something out of the question since V seems very interested in doing that lately. It's also very fun to know that the two may just be friends enough to collaborate and do something music related too. Even though BTS didn't win the Grammy or anything like that, there is no doubt that they were the center of attention for everyone that night. Every news article and every station had mentioned BTS at least once during that night, and BTS got to go ahead and meet all their favorite celebrities. The fact that V got to introduce himself to Gaga and express his love for her, and maybe they're friends now with matching tattoos, but also the other celebrities who got the opportunity to meet BTS and tell them how much they love BTS. This is all worth it in my opinion, and much more valuable than winning a Grammy. Like getting those connections. Artists like Gaga don't just want to collaborate with someone because it makes them a lot of money. At this point in their career, do they really need the money? Absolutely not. They collaborate with people who they believe in and people who are going to elevate their own name. So Gaga is not going to collab with someone she never met or doesn't know if they're a good person or not. And obviously, now having met V and BTS, Gaga would likely be more open to said collab. I can't wait to hear about BTS getting a tattoo or what their friendship tattoo would be, but it seems like maybe at this point, if they do get a friendship tattoo, they may just not tell us or show us, as it may be in that private area. They may just keep it a secret, and that's okay too. They can have their own secrets and things they only keep for each other. Let me know what you think. Make sure you check out my Patreon for more videos, link down below. Thank you to this lovely comment right here. Love you, bye.